Right, we're really doing this Champions League roundup, I guess is the best way to describe it. I'm not used to this longer format of videos, but I'm gonna be terrible now. I know it, but I'll improve hopefully. All right, so what a crazy set of games. Yes, starting off with Galatasaray 1, Liverpool nil. Goal being scored by former Wolves player Mario Lemina, with obviously from a corner, headed on by Osimhen onto the path of Mario Lemina. If I'm being completely honest, that first 45 minutes, both teams were so defensively poor. And obviously playing in Istanbul is never easy because the Turkish fans there go mental. And as Liverpool fans have already seen earlier this season, when they also lost 1-0 to Galatasaray back then in October, Osimhen looked sharp. Mo Salah again looking like a shadow of his former self. But I don't think he'll ever get back to the levels of old. I think he's getting a bit old himself now. But maybe it could be time to move him on to Saudi. Who knows? Let's see what happens in the summer. But as for Liverpool itself, I don't think they're in too bad of a position. I don't think Liverpool fans could be too mad with that 1-0 loss because if I'm being honest, I think they're still safe. Galatasaray have only won one game away in the Champions League this season, which has been a 3-0 win against a very poor Ajax side. And of course, being at Anfield, the atmosphere itself there is already crazy. So I think they should be alright. I think they'll still qualify for the next round. But yeah, that result obviously will hurt them a little bit. But I think they'll be alright. Atalanta won Bayern Munich 6. And yeah, it's just been an absolute hammering. The fact that it's in Bergamo as well. Yeah, that wasn't great for the Italians. Stanisic, Eliseo Etude, Gnabry, Nicholas Jackson, and Jamal Musiala with the goals. And then Passage for the last minute consolation goal, which, let's be honest, I don't think it's going to do too much damage to Bayern Munich, especially as the second game is at home. And they rested Harry Kane for this whole game. They played with Nicholas Jackson up front and still scored 6 goals. Wow. It's a shame to say this thing's becoming quite a regular thing, but Alphonso Davies, coming off the bench at half time, gets injured again. I don't know how long he'll be out for, but get well soon. And yeah, it's not looking good for his injury record. Newcastle United won, Barcelona won. Honestly, yeah, the Geordies deserved this win. But unfortunately, it didn't go their way. Look, the whole game, I think Newcastle were outplaying Barcelona. They were exposing the high line of Hansi Flick's. Lewis Hall was the man of the match, in my opinion. What a performance by him. Absolutely, let's be completely honest. I know Barcelona fans love Yamal, but let's be honest, he locked up Yamal. And it was Harvey Barnes in the 85th minute to give Newcastle United the lead. And if you look at this screenshot right here, what is Araujo doing? Where is he? If he was even in his own penalty box, I think that goal could have been prevented. But he wasn't, and the damage has been done. The Geordies thought they won it until the 96th minute when a penalty was awarded. Malik Thiaw fouls, I think it was Dani Olmo, and Lamine Yamal after a very underwhelming game. Being honest, Yamal should have had a yellow card, which means he would have missed the Newcastle second leg. But he didn't, he got away with that. But he steps up, he scores, equalises it for 1-1. I think Barcelona fans will be very happy going into the next leg at home with a draw. So it'll be kind of a clean slate. But yeah, unlucky for the Geordies. They performed so well. Atletico Madrid 5, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Kinski. I kind of feel sorry for him, I'll be honest. He's younger than me and he's out here with arguably one of the worst mistakes in Champions League history from a goalkeeper since Loris Karius. 2 errors, not just any errors, 2 terrible errors by him in the first 17 minutes of the game, getting hooked as well. And the fact Igor Tudor didn't say anything to console him or anything, just completely ignored him, I think that just shows how things are going right now at Tottenham Hotspur. Of course, Mickey van der Ven as well with a couple errors. Honestly, he's looked a shadow of his former self over the last few games. After seeing Tottenham Hotspur's next fixtures, it's looking a bit bleak for them if I'm being completely honest. 6 losses in a row now for the first time in their history, which is ridiculous. But also, let's give a little bit of praise to Atletico Madrid. They scored 5 goals, come on. Julian Alvarez, oh my god. Overall, I think his play was great. Antoine Griezmann showing that class is permanent. All in all, I'm pretty sure all Diego Simeone is thinking about now is how he can line up with Romero at the back next season. Bayer Leverkusen won, also won, horrid. Absolutely horrid performance. One of the worst performances I've seen from Bukayo Saka. Eber Eze was not good either. I was so disappointed going into the game. From an Arsenal fan's point of view, it seemed like the players did not really care that much about this game. Like, I get it, we want to win the league, but we got to be up for every single game. We got to be up for every game, no matter if it's the FA Cup, Champions League, Carabao Cup. Every single game we need to be up for it. We can't underestimate any opponents. I thought we were poor in the first half, but I was like, oh, surely it can't get any worse. It can. Because not even a minute into the second half, we got Andrick scoring from a corner. Who was marking? No one was marking him on the back post. And if I'm being completely honest, it looked more likely they were going to score another before we were going to get one. Thankfully, we got a penalty right at the end in the 89th minute, and people were going to talk about it a lot, saying, "Oh, it's never a penalty, never a penalty." If you look at it from this angle, I can find it. This angle, he does get some contact on it, and Madueke is a quick player. He goes at pace. He still gets fouled. It's light, don't get me wrong, but it's still a foul. It's still a penalty. And Kai Havertz against his old club steps up, and he needs to start in the second leg. If I'm being completely honest, I think he's a difference maker. But I don't want him to be a striker. I want him and Gyökeres to play that connection. Like the way they played for those few games before he got injured again. We need that again. But look, hopefully we can get the job done in the second leg. It will be at the Emirates, so hopefully that'll be an advantage to us. But yeah, not a great performance. We need to be better. Paris Saint-Germain 5, Chelsea 2. Another 5-2 result. And also I'll put my hands up. Say fair play to Chelsea for holding on this long. I think it's 70 minutes before they eventually start to crumble. And especially with this kind of, this triangle, let's say. But look, this is a game full of bangers. Barcola's banger, Dembele looked great. Vitinha with the mistake from Jorgensen. Even though he made the mistake, very nice finish at the end of it. And of course, Kvicha Kvaratskhelia. And let's just play this clip, which makes it even more sweet.
Gusto's having it, bro. Bro, Kvaratskhelia ain't much better than J-Biz, bro.
Oh yeah.
Kvaratskhelia.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm so scared.
Oh yeah.
I'm so scared of Kvaratskhelia. Oh, I'm so scared.
For Chelsea, it was Malo Gusto and Enzo Fernandez with a goal and an assist, to be fair. For Malo Gusto's goal, where was Nuno Mendes? Like, he was nowhere to be seen. But regardless of that, yeah, I've just seen that Jorgensen's got a 3.4 rating on FOTMOP. This has not been a good week for UCL goalkeepers. UCL goalkeepers playing in orange and in London. Very specific. Look, the game next week is at Stamford Bridge. Could they pull off a miracle? I'm not too sure. Who knows? But I think PSG will make it very, very difficult on them. Bodo/Glimt 3, Sporting Club de Portugal 0. The fairy tale continues for the Norwegians and is looking great for them. Honestly, obviously, it's at home in their horrible, horrible pitch in terms of the fact it's a 3G pitch, and also how cold it is up there, the altitude and everything. It's a terrible place to go if you're not from there. It's probably a beautiful city, but in terms of playing conditions, not the best. Bodo/Glimt have also postponed their next 2 league games, which is meant to start on the 15th of March. So they'll have a bit more time. I think they'll comfortably win. They could win away as well. But after this game week is finished, it'll be difficult for them to juggle 2 games in the same week with League, Champions League, Champions League, etc., etc. But let's see how long it goes. Real Madrid 3, Manchester City 0. Now, let's be honest. Who saw that coming, man? Because everyone was saying before the game as well, and even me, I didn't see a world where Man City could not win. Because of all the injuries that Real Madrid got, no Mbappe, no Rodrigo, no Jude Bellingham, no Eder Militao. They were all out for this game, and turns out they needed a one-man. In the words of KSS, a one-man team. Federico Valverde with a brilliant hat-trick in the first half. But all 3 of the goals were brilliant. The assist from Courtois for the first goal, the composure for Valverde to go around Donnarumma and tap into the open net. Beautiful. The second goal against striker. It's like a proper striker's finish on his left foot. And the third goal, the pick of the lot. The beautiful, beautiful pass from Brahim Diaz over the top. The first touch which sent Mark Guehi back to Crystal Palace. And then the finish. Oh, absolute. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. Man City have the next game at the Etihad. So they're going to hope for a miracle. Me as an Arsenal fan, the best situation would be they can rotate a lot against West Ham. Hopefully West Ham can get something against Man City. And hopefully Arsenal can win against Everton in the league. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then they'll focus next week. No. And then, of course, City focus next week on their game against Real Madrid for remontada, potentially. But yeah, that's all for the Champions League games. Let me know what you thought of the games. And I'll try to improve my videos. I know they're terrible right now. But yeah, peace.